Welcome to Black Girl Banter, a podcast where I, your favorite black girl, shoots the shit with my motherfucking friends, bitch! Baby, we're back. We are back, okay? We are back and we are black and we are better than motherfucking ever. Do you hear me? Did you miss me? Because I really missed y'all. I missed y'all really, really bad. Like, it's been a time. It's been so much shit going on and I didn't have anywhere to say what the fuck I had to say. Okay, and that was eating me up. As a yapper, I live for this. I live for this, but also I love y'all, and I love connection, and I love perspective sharing. I love opinions. I love the work that I do. I love podcasting. I love connecting with people. I love being creative. And so these last couple of months of nothing almost, but really nothing was putting this together for y'all. Like, this show has been in production since I left the last show. Like, literally the next day, I was already planning my set. I was planning production. All the shit that y'all are seeing now, child, and I got a story to tell. Me and Skip have a story to tell. Okay? If only y'all knew the work that has went into getting this to y'all right now. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be back with y'all. I missed y'all. Did y'all I want to know, did the girls miss me? Like, what's really tea? Did you, how were y'all really feeling? I actually don't want to know. Save it. Unless you did miss me, then tell me. If you didn't miss me, keep it, girl. Fuck you. Period. But no, I really did miss y'all, and I'm very happy to be back. It's been what, 4 years at this point. I haven't recorded Black Girl Banter since pandemic, I think. I could be wrong, but I think pandemic time is the last time I really recorded Black Girl Banter, 2021, 2020. And that's fucking crazy. That's actually insane. Your girl had to come back. I wasn't going to be gone for too long, you know. But if you haven't known, in between the in-betweens, I have been doing Carefree Black Girl for probably the last 2 years. So I haven't been gone for 3 years, but I've probably been gone since November. What is November, December, January, 4 months. That shit was eating me up. A bitch had to come back because this is purpose work. This is what I feel like I was put here to do, honestly. And so to not do this just feels like, what am I doing? Nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. But we're not even gonna bask in the past, okay? We're gonna really get into the present and the future. In the future, y'all have me here every week. Every single week, I'm gonna be giving y'all an episode. I'm gonna hold myself, and I want y'all to also hold me accountable a little bit. Okay, don't do too much because y'all really be on a bitch ass. Y'all been on a bitch ass about Black Girl Banter since 2021. Literally. And I am appreciative of that because I love that y'all love this show. I love that y'all love this space. I love that y'all love the work that I do and the content that I'm giving y'all. So I will allow y'all to be on my ass. I will allow y'all to be on my ass and hold me accountable every fucking week, okay? Tell me what y'all want to talk about. This is a black woman show. If you're not a black woman, respectfully, I don't really give a fuck what you want to talk about or what you want me to talk about. I don't care, okay? Find another show. Not interested in that shit. Black women guests only, black women ad space only. So there's that. That's that. And I'm letting you know, episode 1, first 20 minutes, okay, how this shit is going to motherfucking go. Okay? This is my shit. And I set the motherfucking rules. I make the motherfucking tone. Do you hear me, bitch? No, I'm playing. But I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Baby, let's just get into it. So, first thing we have to do is kiki. First segment is always going to be, I don't want to say always, but in this episode is going to be kikiing with Kiana, baby. Let's really get into it. And the things that are going on in the world that I want to talk to y'all about. So, first things first, I had to start with this because I really had to get this shit off my chest because this has been pissing me off really bad. So there is a TikTok trend right now where women, and it's mostly white women. It's not, I really haven't seen any black women. I tried to go through the trend and like all the videos under the hashtag or whatever. And I mostly saw white women. I really didn't see black women there. But regardless, re-fucking-gardless. Because y'all were just on that app talking about you don't look 30 or you don't look this, okay? So I'm going to loop all that shit in together. So basically, one trend was like, I want to say the girl's name is Naya, the TikTok girl. She made a video on TikTok where she was basically saying, like, the young girls, like, we look young, you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember exactly what she said, but that was basically the premise of what she was saying, was that, like, you know, the older girlies, like, y'all look older. And a lot of the girls were stitching the video and saying, like, basically trying to show, like, oh, you know, I'm a bad bitch, I still look young, and then saying, like, oh, I'm actually 35, like, whatever. Or saying, like, no, I think the girl Naya was saying that the young girls look better than the older girls. And then the older girls was coming back saying, no, baby, I still look young, I still whatever the fuck. Okay, so we have that on one hand. On the other hand, this dumbass trend, okay, where these women are propping up their good cell phones, and asking TikTok, how old do you think I am? And more often than not, TikTok has them in their motherfucking feelings. TikTok is telling them they look old and decrepit. Do you hear me? Those comments are not on your motherfucking side. And personally, I want to merge the two, and I want all of y'all to stop with the fucking madness. I want all of y'all to fucking stop, okay? I want all of it to cease. Do you hear me? Because the fact that y'all are putting yourselves in the position to be judged by the internet is ridiculous to me. Why are y'all putting your own self-confidence and your self-worth in the hands of somebody the fuck else, let alone the internet? Like, why the hell are y'all doing that to yourselves? You have got to build that self-confidence and that self-worth and that self-value for yourself. Why are you asking the internet if you're a bad bitch? You should already feel like you're a bad bitch. You shouldn't need TikTok to tell you that you look good. You should already feel like you look good. And if you don't look good, you shouldn't be craving or running to TikTok to build that validation, because as they're clearly fucking showing y'all, they can so easily snatch that shit the fuck away from you. Like, you have to build that shit for yourself. You have to feel like you're that girl. And I know that confidence is easier said than done. But baby, do it. Do it, okay? You have to start from somewhere. You have to tell yourself, even if you don't mean it at first, you have to tell yourself that. Because, and this is coming from somebody, Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament, okay? When I was younger, I didn't necessarily have the most confidence in myself. But now you can't tell me a motherfucking thing about me. You heard me? I am that bitch. Like, I am really that girl, period. And I don't mean to be conceited, but I'm conceited. I got a reason, bitch. The fuck? Like, I'm that bitch. I'm that girl. I don't really give a fuck about what the internet feels or how the internet, like, perceives my looks. So I don't give a fuck about that shit, because I'm a bad bitch in real life and on the internet. On or offline, pussy hole, I'm raw. Do you hear me? So I don't care. And I feel like that's what y'all have to get down to, because truly, the internet is a nasty fucking place right now, okay? People are miserable. And for good reason, because the world is falling the fuck apart. Every time we look up, it's some new shit. It's doo-doo in the lettuce in the Chipotle. It's bugs in the seasonings. It's a new pandemic, a new virus every day. We damn near at war with each other and with the rest of these niggas. Politicians, these niggas are old as fuck, like old as shit, okay? It's just like, it's so much shit going on in the world. Every time we look up, it's some more shit to lose hope. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like because of that, people are very miserable, and people are much more susceptible to be nasty as fuck on the internet, because, you know, hurt people really hurt people. And when you have a bunch of hurt ass people, they're going to get on TikTok and hurt your motherfucking feelings. And that's what they keep doing to y'all. And y'all are inviting it. Y'all are literally asking them to hurt y'all feelings. I don't understand it. I do not get it. I need that shit to stop. I need y'all to stop. Because even one video, I saw the lady say, like, oh, you know, it was her response video after the people ate her the fuck up. And she was damn near like, she said, oh, I haven't even got any good sleep. Like, I've been tossing and turning, and I just decided to get out of the bed. You got these niggas, you got these niggas fucking up your sleep. I hate to do that because, listen, you're a human being, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and rag on you, but I'm going to have to shake you, okay, and tell you to wake the fuck up. Because for you to say in that video, oh, like, don't worry, I'm already starting my makeover. Like, I got a hair appointment, and then I'm going to get plastic surgery. Girl, are you fucking shitting me? Are you actually shitting me? Because what is that going to do? What is that going to do? What if you get a fresh bob, right? You get some filler, some Botox, a nose job, new titties, BBL, all that shit, and the internet still says you look a motherfucking mess. Then what you going to do? You're going to be sick to your stomach, and you wasted all that money trying to be accepted by some niggas that are never going to accept you. You have to accept yourself. You have to love yourself. And please, before you, at least love yourself before you go to the point of plastic fucking surgery, because that's not going to change anything. The problem is the inside. The problem is on the inside, okay? Down deep on the inside. So when you're changing features from the outside, that's not going to fix what's going on down in the inside of you, baby. You have to do that inner work before you let somebody cut you and rip you open or whatever. Because, again, what if you do all that shit and the people still say you're ugly? What are you going to do with yourself? You're going to be sick to your stomach. So, girl, just, I don't know. I don't know. At this point, girl. So, that's that. Married to Medicine. I need the girls to come forward, okay? Let me preface this with, this is not going to be a show where we are going to rag on black women, okay? This is not going to be a black woman on black woman crime type of show. But let me tell you something. I have to address it. I have to address it because the nasty ass shit going on in that show has been on my motherfucking heart. Simone, I'm on your ass. I'm on your ass, Simone. I'm on your ass because for you to sit there and bring up that traumatic ass situation that's going, I can't tell y'all the show at this point. If you watch the show, you watch the show. If you don't watch the show, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? I suggest you watch it, okay? So you can really know what's going on. Because the grimy shit that just happened in this last reunion, the part 1, nasty work. Nasty work. The shit that's been going on this whole season with Quad and the way that y'all are treating Quad is ridiculous. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Quad is perfect. I'm not going to say this. Okay? No. She has things she needs to work on, right? It's seeming as though y'all think that she's a friend and she is giving y'all a colleague. You know, she's telling y'all I'm here for the check and the coin, and y'all think that y'all are signing up for sisterhood, and that's not the case. So it's already some discrepancies in the relationship, you know, and the expectations, if you will. And so I'm not even going to get into that because that's y'all business. I don't know none of these women. I'm only judging the character that they present on the television show. Okay? So, Simone, you are nasty. And I'm not even going to get completely into it because I want to see the second part. I want to see reunion part 2. So next week, we probably going to follow up on this. But it's a few things I need to get off my motherfucking chest. Simone, you're nasty as fuck. For you to continue to say that traumatic ass shit that happened to Quad, and she's literally telling you, Simone, don't do it, Simone, don't do it, you're nasty and you're dead ass wrong. You need to apologize to that girl publicly. Not just privately. Don't call her phone and all that other shit. You need to get on Twitter or Instagram, wherever, Facebook, wherever the fuck. And all of y'all really need to apologize to her. But Simone, you absolutely need to apologize. For you to even sit there also, Simone, because we have to get into it. For you to confirm Quad saying that y'all met up for lunch or whatever, and you said that you really didn't have no issue with her, but you couldn't really do too much because of your relationship with Toya. Let me tell you something. You are 60 years old. You are 60 years old, okay? That is the most high school, Sweet Valley High ass bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Why are you stopping your relationship with one person because of your relationship with somebody the fuck else? That is ridiculous. If Toya would treat you differently or be upset that you're friends with Quad, she's childish as fuck. Let's just go ahead and that's all. The whole thing is fucking childish. It's very childish. Like, you're 60. Toya is 50. Y'all are too old to be doing some bullshit like that. Y'all are way too old to have that perspective or whatever the fuck. Too old. I'm 22 years old and I'm not even doing that shit. One thing about me, if we were friends before you fell out with my other friend, like if we all used to be friends and then two of y'all fell out, that don't have shit to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to cut either one of y'all off. Y'all issue is y'all issue. Y'all beef is y'all beef. That don't have shit to do with me. Especially if you didn't do nothing to me. Like, why would I treat you differently? So, Toya, you're a whole different motherfucking beast, okay? But Simone, for you to sit there really pissed me off, and it really made me upset. But it really made sense as to why you were able to be so nasty towards Quad, because you're picking up Toya's nastiness. See, the real villain of Married to Medicine is Toya. It's not Dr. Heavenly. It's fucking Toya. And let me tell you why. Toya, it's another type of nasty for you to be a villain and for you to basically pretend like you're not a villain. For you to throw the rock and hide your hands, that's the worst rock motherfucking thrower. At least Heavenly, she gonna throw that rock and stand there and let you know she threw that shit. And it is what it is. Toya, for you to have such a deep-seated hate for Quad, I really feel like it's envy. I really feel like it's jealousy. And walk with me here. If you watch the show, you know that Toya does not have a job. Toya's a stay-at-home mom. Toya's husband, Eugene, is basically the breadwinner. He's the provider for the home, okay? Toya, she don't really do much. You know, she plays tennis. It's kind of the shit that she does. And because of that, I personally feel like Married to Medicine is her workplace. Like, Married to Medicine is probably what she probably considers her job, right? It's fair to assume that. And because of that, right, all the rest of these women have outside jobs, even Quad, you know, all these other women have jobs. They have businesses, like they have shit that occupies their time. Toya really has not had anything to occupy her time. She doesn't have an outside workplace, an outside job. So I feel like she views Married to Medicine as her job. And because of that, she's trying to basically outperform. You know, like when you're at work and you create some sort of competition amongst you and your colleagues. Like, you know, you want to be the top performer, the top salesperson or whatever. And I think that Toya is creating that on Married to Medicine. And she cannot seem to be the top performer because Quad keeps outperforming her every time. Every time. She's not the it girl. She's not that bitch. I think Married to Medicine really keeps showing her that she's not the it girl, and the people in the audience keep choosing Quad over her, and I think that really makes her blood boil. I really think she does not like that shit. I really feel like she hates it. And you know, it gives hater vibes. And maybe I'm just grasping at straws here, but this is just my hypothesis on what the fuck I personally think is going on. And I also want to get into Dr. Jackie, but I'm not going to even get into Dr. Jackie right now. I'm going to have to say that for next week. I will say, Dr. Jackie, you're nasty too. You're nasty. For you to insinuate that Quad was the one that dug up the video of you saying that black women basically cry wolf. Dr. Jackie. You're dead ass wrong. For you to even think that there's a possibility that that girl would do some shit like that, that's character shit. That's something, you're questioning her character. And that's some shit I don't play with. One thing about me, anybody that knows me knows I don't do disrespect. And the main thing I don't do is disrespecting my motherfucking character. I don't care what you say about me. Again, I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about my looks or the shit that I say or whatever the case may be. But my character, that's some shit I don't play with. So for you to question that girl character like that, and y'all have been on this show together for 9, 10 seasons at this fucking point, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's some bullshit. Okay? And you owe her an apology as well, Dr. Jackie. You need to do better. And I need to see some improvements. Second segment that we're going to get into for this week is going to be Angry Black Women. Now, Angry Black Women segment is basically just what it sounds like. Okay? I'm going to be ranting about some shit that makes me motherfucking angry. If you know me, you know I love a good rant. Okay? And I also feel like black women, we're too often told not to be angry. We're too often told to hold our emotions in. Not on this show, okay? On this show, we're going to get into the emotions. We're going to get into it, okay? Because you have to be angry. You have to let that shit out, okay? You have got to let that shit out. So this week's rant, again, is going to be another double whammy, okay? I'm going to present to you 2 things, and then I'm going to rant to you about it. So, y'all know I had to get into the Charlamagne, Reese Teesa, Just Hilarious clownery that's going on over there at the Breakfast Club. So, if you don't know, maybe you do not know. Reese Teesa is a black woman from Atlanta, or at least she lives in Atlanta. I don't know if she's from Atlanta, but she made this 50-part TikTok series where she's basically talking about her issues with her ex-husband and all the shit she went through in that marriage. Now, apparently the man is a compulsive liar. Like, he would pretend that he was going to do shit for her, and then when it came time for him to put the coins, okay, and open his motherfucking wallet, he had an excuse. He had a lie, okay? The craziest shit ever, the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. And I have a biological sperm donor that is a liar. I have a biological brother that is a liar, and I have never encountered a lie like this. Okay? Apparently, this nigga would be on the phone every morning. Come to find out, he's not on the phone with a soul. He's literally not on the phone with anybody. There's no one on the phone. Excuse me? That is the craziest shit. You have to be another level of diafucking-bolical. I've never heard no shit like that. That's another level of manipulation. Okay, so, and that's just one example of the shit he's lying about. His lies go much, much deeper. So, and you can watch the show, or I guess it's a show at this point. It's 500 minutes. I highly recommend. She had me glued, okay? She had me glued to that shit. Do you hear me? But if you're one of those bitches, I'm not watching that. There is like, I guess Cliff Notes or like a summary or synopsis or whatever of her whole series on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. I've seen it shared everywhere at this point. So just Google it, girl. Just Google it. So she goes viral. Everybody's talking about it. Of course, the Breakfast Club decides to talk about it on their show. Now, Just Hilarious introduces the topic. She starts talking to you about Reese Teesa, like I just explained to y'all. Before she could even finish, Charlamagne says out of his mouth, "Oh, that sounds like big back behavior." Whoa. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Then he asks, does she have a big back? Okay. I don't know why that's relevant. Of course, Just Hilarious, the dizzy doodle bop she is. And again, this is not going to be a black woman on black woman crime type of show. So I'm not even going to give it to Just Hilarious. I'm not going to give it to her, at least not on episode 1. Not right now, okay? I'm just going to leave it as at dizzy doodle bop and leave it at that, okay? But of course she says, yes, she has a big back. But she also says, she brings up Sheila from Why Did I Get Married, the movie. And Charlamagne is like, oh, well, Sheila was pretty or whatever. So they basically get into this conversation about Sheila being pretty, and then Jess was like, I didn't say anything about her face. Like, she's not bad looking, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. That's literally irrelevant. So, boom. The internet sees all we need to motherfucking see. They start eating them up. Eating them the fuck up. And Reese Teesa also sees what the Breakfast Club has to say about her. So, the kind of bitch she is, of course, she's everywhere, baby. Good Morning America, Tamron Hall, she's all over the place, okay? Because she's just that bitch. So, she's on the Tamron Hall show. And Tamron Hall asks her, like, what are some things that people have been saying about you or saying to you that's really been hurting you? She brings up the comment that Charlamagne said. Now, she doesn't name any names. She doesn't name the show or anything like that. But we know who the fuck she was talking about, and we know what she was talking about, okay? And she just basically says, like, she's always taking accountability for the fact that she ignored the red flags. Like, yeah, she acknowledges that she was being dumb in the situation, and there's a lot of shit that she could have done differently. However, I think we can offer her empathy just off of her saying, like, she just wanted to be loved. She wanted it to be her turn. She wanted to be married. She wanted to have kids. Like, she just wanted it to be her turn. And I feel like that when she said that, like, y'all, my heart broke for her. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was first watching it, I was like, girl, are you fucking serious, bitch? But then as she continued, and once she said that, I was like, my sister, I just want to hug you. I just want to hug you so bad. And also, I'm gonna let y'all know, I don't know if y'all know me, but I use bitch and hoe as terms of endearment. So when y'all hear me say bitch and hoe, it's not nothing derogatory. I know some of the girls don't like to be called bitches, but understand, I'm not saying that in a mean or nasty way. I just use bitch. I use hoe. Excuse me, okay? Now, going back to the point. So, Charlamagne follows up with an apology, quote-unquote, video on The Breakfast Club. And he basically says, I'm sorry, but I never said, she wasn't deserving of love because of her weight. And, if you're gonna put your business on the internet, then you can't be sensitive to what people have to say. So I'm gonna put that together with the Kelly Rowland situation. Now, if you don't know what happened, basically Kelly Rowland was on a press tour in February for Mea Culpa, her new movie on Netflix with Trevante Rhodes. And, throughout the press tour, there were a few instances where people were asking her about Beyonce. Now, she went on the Today Show, and something came out that basically, like, she left. And originally they were saying it was because her dressing room was too small or some shit like that. Basically trying to make it seem like she was being a diva. Then the footages appeared on the YouTubes, okay? And basically the white woman who was interviewing her, and I don't even give a fuck enough to find out what the fuck your name is, so that already lets you know that I don't give a fuck. I'm fully disrespecting you, period. You're not qualified, hun. There's that. So this white woman on Today's Show, she's interviewing Kelly Rowland. They get a few questions in. Then she just has to ask Kelly, so how do you feel about Act 2? Before the bitch can even finish the motherfucking question, Kelly says, I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. She continues with the question. And you can see that Kelly is visibly uncomfortable. She continues with the question. Kelly lets her get the question out. She responds, I'm happy for her. I'm proud of her. Period. Then they continue with the interview. It's broadcast TV. So it's like a 5-7 minute segment. Finish the interview, whatever. I don't know if this was a tease post-interview or if this was a tease going into her interview. I can't remember. But basically they shoot a tease also where whoever is the voiceover for the tease says like, oh, we have Kelly Rowland. We're going to talk to her about her new movie, Mea Culpa. We're also going to ask her how she feels about Beyonce doing country. And Kelly is like, no, we're not. Like, no, we're not going to talk about that. That, plus, she goes on the Big Tigger show, and, child, Big Tigger asks her about the Destiny's Child reunion tour possibilities and all the rumors going around about them coming back together for a tour. Kelly is literally sitting there like, nigga, I don't know. Like, no, I don't know. I don't really know what you want. Like, I don't know that. I don't know when that's happening. And the female interviewer that's also the co-host that's also sitting in there with Big Tigger decides to follow up and says, no, because we're big fans of Destiny's Child and we really want to see. Why are you continuing? And she's a black woman, so again, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But why are you continuing? So Kelly continues to say, I don't know what, like, I hear you. I love that for you. I love that you're a fan. Great for you. Still have nothing to offer you. I don't know. I don't have nothing to say. Now we're going to actually get into my rant. So I have a few things. First of all, I need y'all to really act like y'all have Kelly Rowland sitting in fucking front of you. Okay, I need y'all to really act like y'all have the legend that is Kelly Rowland sitting right in fucking front of you. For y'all to continue to ask Kelly Rowland about Beyonce is ridiculous at this point. There's so much shit y'all can ask Kelly about. First of all, Kelly has lived a million lives. Kelly has went from dance to EDM to fucking rap to R&B. Like, Kelly has done a million things. Outside of music, Kelly has been in movies and shit. I didn't even know Kelly had a movie in like 2004 called The Seat Filler. Didn't even fucking know it, right? I was just watching Think Like a Man on Netflix because it just got added to Netflix. And I was watching it the other day, and the first one, Kelly is in the movie. I said, what? Is that Kelly fucking Rowland? It's Kelly Rowland. Like, I didn't know Kelly's in Being Mary Jane. Like, Kelly has lived so many lives. Outside of the fact that she's a mother, okay, she has a whole deal with, like, I think it's Airborne or some company she has a deal with. She does so much shit. So, outside of the fact that she is one of the founding members of the greatest girl group of our time, period. I don't even want to debate. I don't want to debate about it. Again, I don't really care how y'all feel because, hello. So, all of these things that you could be asking Kelly about, and you're asking Kelly about Beyonce. Why do y'all think that Kelly is going to give y'all business on Beyonce? Why do y'all think she's going to tell y'all about her homegirl? Like, that's ridiculous. If Beyonce is not doing interviews, she doesn't want y'all in her business. Why do y'all think her damn near her sister is going to give up her business? That makes absolutely no sense. That's like that's the dumbest thing y'all ever thought of. And y'all done thought of some dumb ass shit. But that's not even the point of what I want to get into. My rant for today, and I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it at the same time, because some of y'all need to retire, okay? I think that the older personalities, the people who have been doing this for 15, 20 years, I will give you your things and your respect, right? Because you've been doing this shit. But I think it may be time for you to put that microphone on the shelf, okay? Put those headphones in the drawer, at least for a few months to years. Find something else, okay? Go the podcasting route or something, because this is becoming ridiculous. Okay, Big Tigger, for you not to know that she was clearly uncomfortable was crazy. Okay, Charlamagne, for you to be so irresponsible with the platform that you have, and then for you to double down talking about, oh, I wasn't talking about her weight. What? So you said, does she have a big back? What did you mean by that? What did you mean by that? Are we like, you're trying to make it seem like we misinterpreted you or we misheard you? No, we heard exactly what the fuck you said. So stand on which. I can't stand people who don't stand on what the fuck they said, even if you're a dead ass wrong. You said that shit. Don't try to make it seem like we're fucking dumb. No, we didn't mince your words. You said big back. What does big back mean, Charlamagne? Tell me. Tell the people. Maybe humor us. What does that mean? Exactly. So I think y'all really need to just retire respectfully, because I think that we've gotten to a place and a point. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say it. Y'all are not even doing the research. Y'all have interns that are doing y'all research. So y'all are literally probably coming to y'all's show like 45 minutes, a few hours maybe before you're recording or you're interviewing, and looking over the notes from the research that your intern did. So y'all are not even doing the footwork at this point. And I could get it because you have all these other businesses, you have families and shit like that. Y'all are older, okay? So y'all have become brands, and so you have so much other shit to do with your time. However, that is preventing y'all from really doing the work that is the beauty of journalism. And I think losing that, we're losing the recipes. And I think that really speaks to why y'all are so lost. You know, like why Big Tigger, you're looking for a viral moment. That's all that was. You were trying to get a clip. You were trying to get an exclusive to be the first one to get Kelly to talk about the Destiny Child reunion tour. And all you did was make her uncomfortable. Ridiculous. Y'all need to retire. I hate to say it. On top of the fact that, like, as a young media girl, and I hate to say this as well, but it's like, nigga, what are we supposed to do? Where are the opportunities for us? We can't come in because y'all are still there. And honestly, me personally, I haven't really like looked up to these people. I looked up to y'all interns. Okay, I looked up to the black women that were interning for y'all, the black women that were production assistants or, you know, working alongside y'all. Not even the Ebros and the main niggas on the shit. I looked up to the black women that were doing the research, that were doing the work to make y'all shows what the fuck y'all shows were. And they're not even in the fucking seats yet. So it's like, damn. Y'all need to, and I hate to say it now because it's like everything's getting more and more expensive, you know, and I wouldn't advise anybody to quit their job right now. But y'all got it. You know, y'all got podcasts and Patreons and all kinds of other shit that y'all have going on. Find something else, please, at least for a few months, because this shit is getting ridiculous. It's honestly getting ridiculous. We've got to stop. We have got to stop. And you PR girlies, y'all almost there with me too. Because why are y'all setting Kelly Rowland up for failure like that? And I could partially understand because the point of the press run is to get more eyes and ears on the movie. But the risk associated with that is putting Kelly Rowland in the positions that she now is in, of being uncomfortable or having to deal with dumbass questions, dumbass shit. She's Kelly Rowland. She should not. I tweeted this. I want Kelly Rowland to really get in her diva bag and tell y'all to go fuck yourselves. She can't say it, but I can say it. Fuck y'all pussy assholes. Stop playing with Kelly motherfucking Rowland. Y'all need to really act like y'all know who Kelly Rowland is. The motivation, the ice Kelly. Like, why are we not talking about the 2010 to 2016 run that Kelly Rowland had? Kelly Rowland was eating from 2010 to 2016. Motivation, ice, kisses down low, talk a good game, dirty laundry. And I'm just giving you music. We haven't even gotten into the movies. We haven't gotten into the shit she was doing outside of that. Her getting married and her having kids and all this. Kelly, just come on this show, okay? Come on Black Girl Banter and we will really talk. And I will really give you the interview that you're looking for. I think the PR girlies, maybe y'all need to pivot to smaller shows or just shows that are really going to appreciate and like give the real content. Y'all are looking for virality and y'all need to be looking for authenticity. Like Kelly, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say because I know I'm ranting for real, but Kelly did a podcast, Lovers and Friends podcast with, I think her name is Fran. I want to say her name is Fran Boudram. It's coming off the top of my head, okay? But the show is called Lovers and Friends, and that was an amazing interview. That was my favorite thing, and I watched most of Kelly's press run. That was my absolute favorite part of her press run. It was a very good interview. It was so good. Like everything, she talked about sex, right? But the interviewer also talked about the fact that like Kelly has always been poised and classy, and just the perceptions tied around Kelly to where it's almost like a pearl grabbing moment, like a gasp that Kelly is doing in erotic thrillers, that she's having sex on the movie. And Kelly talked about it and gave her tea, you know, and she really pushed back on the narratives that are associated with her or put on her. And I love the interview. I love it. And I think PR girlies, I want to see y'all book more more platforms like that. I want to see y'all bring the influencers, the artists, the actresses, all the celebrities, all the people to these smaller platforms. Not just my show, but all these shows, Poor Minds, all these smaller shows, because that's what we are really watching. I don't know not nary a bitch that's watching the Today Show every morning. No shade. I don't know it. And maybe that's just not my people. Maybe that's those people. But I don't know a bitch that's tuning into the Today Show. Honestly, I don't know a bitch that's tuning into the Big Tigger Show. No shade. I don't know a bitch that's even listening to the radio these days. We have CarPlay. Okay? So that's where I'm gonna leave that at. And I'm not even going to go even further, because I could take it further, but I'm going to try to keep my rants concise so that my rants aren't everywhere. But that's how I motherfucking feel. This new segment that we're about to get into is called Save My Sister. Now, I had to put my cape on, literally, but I'm going to put my cape on metaphorically as well. And I'm going to have to save some women. You know, I'm going to have to give a Captain Save a Black Woman, because I fear there's so many times in media where my girls are just getting ate up, you know, and I hate to see it. I really hate to see it. And if no one's going to put that cape on for y'all, it's going to be me. So on this week's Let Me Save My Sister, I'm going to talk about Ari Nicole. Now, if you don't know, Ari Nicole is the woman who went on TikTok and basically made a video about a nigga sending her $30 for lunch money. Now, she has the self-awareness in the videos, okay, to the extent that she's asking the audience she's asking for people's critique. She's asking for people's opinions. So clearly she's trying to process it herself. Like, she doesn't want to give ungrateful. So she's trying to process it, and like, she's asking for opinions. So to some, you have to give her the point where, you know, she's asking for how people feel. Basically, if you do not know, basically she asked TikTok if a nigga, I guess, decided to come into her DM and basically was trying to, you know, talk to her a little bit. And he asked her, like, you know, let me get you some lunch. She's like, okay, cool. Sent him her information, her Cash App. He Cash Apps her $30. And she's basically like, what the fuck am I going to do with $30? Like, that's it? That's all you sent me was $30? Like, you know, you got money to your ear in the DM, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're sending me pictures of money to the ear and shit, like, and then you send me $30. Like, you know, she was just expecting a little more than that. You know, she's a woman who treats herself, so she feels like if you gotta match me. You know, if she said she was gonna already spend like $100 on herself on food or whatever, food and drinks. And I'm not positive where she lives, but if she lives in Atlanta, that's absolutely feasible. Like, anywhere you go, you're gonna probably spend between $50 and $100 if you're getting drinks and you're getting food. Okay, so I could see that, right? It makes perfect logical sense. On top of the fact that he approached her with the money to the ear, flexing, let me spoil you, let me this, let me that. So, to be fair, he kind of put himself out there like he was Mr. Big Money, Mr. Flex, Mr. Whatever. So you can approach somebody on, I'm Mr. Big Money, and then send somebody $30. I feel like if you're Mr. Big Money, if you're trying to spoil somebody, I could see you sending her at least 50, you know, like maybe even the full 100. If you are literally sending somebody a stack of money to their ear, you're trying to give like, oh, I got money to spend. Like, I got money. Like, I want to spend my money on you. So spend your money. $30 is like, it's $30 to a nigga that really got it like that to even be saying this, allegedly, right? You're saying that you got it like that. So if you got it like that, $30 should be nothing to you, right? So if that's the case, I don't understand. And outside of all that, the main thing is, like, if you're gonna approach my sister, right, you're gonna have to treat her as she treats herself, or even fucking better, okay? And if her standards are where they're at, you are gonna have to meet her there. Like, if those are simply her standards. Those are her standards. And even for people on the internet to be coming for her and trying to eat her up and shit like that. Granted, she did ask for opinion. She did ask what the people, how the people felt. Okay? So granted, she did open herself up to that. However, I really have to remind the people that, like, her standards are her standards. Me personally, if a nigga was to send me $30, I probably really wouldn't be that mad, because I'm probably going to Kava, or I probably would just go to Kava and then hit up the beauty supply store and get me a nice little bowl with some pita chips and live my life, and a nice drink and live my life. However, if I was going out, I could see, like, what am I going to do with $30? But if a nigga send me $30, hell, I'll take the $30. Hell, I might not even spend the money on Kava, to be honest, because we got food at the house. So I might pocket that motherfucking money. You hear what I'm saying? The kind of bitch I am. The kind of bitch I am. Do you hear me? Like, so I feel like we really have to remember these things. We have to remember and remember to give my sister grace. Because again, you came to me. You came in my DM. Do you hear me? I was minding my business. She was minding her business. You came to her. So you can't be mad that she's looking for a certain thing or that she's acquiring a certain thing. Even people on the internet, like, y'all can't really be coming for her for real, because her standards are her standards. And she's not going to lower her standards because y'all don't like it, or because the dating pool, or how unrealistic her standards may be. Her standards are her standards. And when we start lowering the standards, shit gets dicey, baby. That's a slippery motherfucking slope. When we start bringing that shit down a few notches, shit gets very, very messy, okay? So I had to put the cape on for my sister, because I felt like the people were really coming for her, and I felt like they were not seeing her and were not offering her the empathy that I so easily was able to offer her, because I could see where she was coming from. Like, $30 to the lifestyle that she may live may be chump change. $30 may be nothing to her. So if she wants more than $30, y'all are mad she wants more than $30? I feel like if that's what she want, that's what she want. Like, if that's not what you want, or me personally, like I said, I would take the 30 and go to college, but that's me. I'm a different bitch. So, unfortunately, y'all, we have reached the final segment. And the OG girlies, the final segment is the same segment. So, listen to Black Women, if you don't know, if you're new here. It's basically where I shout out a Black woman just on her shit, I give the spotlight to a Black woman in the world. And I'm also going to expand this to businesses. So if you have a business, if you're a Black woman and you have a business, this can also be ad space. Email me, listen to blackwomen.bgb@gmail.com, and we can discuss all of that. But this could also be ad space and just so much other shit. Like, this is literally going to be the time where I want Black women to shine and just live and, feel appreciated and loved. So this week is obviously going to go to none other than the Reese Teesa, her motherfucking self. And let me tell you why. Because I pondered on who I was going to give this to this week, because a lot of shit been going on. The Black girls have been motherfucking doing it. Okay, from Coco Jones to Victoria Monet to SZA to all of the it's so much material. Okay, it's so much to choose from. But I had to give Reese Teesa the spotlight, because the shit that she has been doing. First of all, if you do not know, Reese Teesa has been recently just signed to CAA, which is basically like an agency for creatives, models, actresses, shit like that. She literally is signed to them now. So she has some sort of like representation, if you will, or some sort of agency to help her with the IP of her story, right? If she wanted to put her story, her her TikTok videos together and make a movie or a show or some shit, she has more representation for that. Like, and even outside of that, She literally has a feature story with The Cut. She's been everywhere from Good Morning America with Gail to Tamron Hall, baby. Reese Teesa has been motherfucking working. And you have to give her motherfucking things, because one thing about it, she gave her business on social media. Like, that is a feat within itself, okay? Not knowing how the people were going to respond, not knowing what the people were going to say, and still, she was very much open and very much even accountable for the dumbass decisions that she decided to make. But everybody's dumb. Everybody does dumbass shit, okay? So people can't even judge her for that. And people also can't be mad because of her virality and how she's really been an overnight success, because I've seen some of the girls a little upset about that too. And I hate to see that, because everybody's journey is really their own fucking journey. Like, you can't follow anybody's mode. You can't follow anybody's timeline or whatever. Like, her shit was meant to be hers. Like, this was all meant to be for her. And I love this for her. I love the fact that this traumatic ass story, this traumatic ass shit that she had to go through with this fuck ass man, that he's still doing interviews. Why the fuck are y'all booking this man for interviews? Y'all are messy as hell. I want y'all to know y'all are messy. But he's continuing to attack her. He's continuing to do all kinds of shit. And you know what she's doing? Prospering. She's fucking winning. And that's bad bitchery. That's bad bitchery right there. You cannot fuck with Reese Teesa, baby. You're not fucking seeing her. That's a bad bitch. I don't care. I'm riding for Reese Teesa hard. I'm riding for her 10 toes, because one thing about it, the internet is hard as hell. And for her to get people's attention for 500 motherfucking minutes. I mean, she had me on that bitch for hours, at least 3 hours. I don't know how much 500 minutes is. She had me sitting there for a few hours, just watching her back to back to back. I mean, like, I done made dinner in between. I'm on the group chat with my homegirls. Like, I'm doing all kinds of shit in the midst, and still, I'm listening to her ass like a voice note. Do you hear me? I'm listening to her ass like a podcast. She ate that. She ate that. For you to grab our attention and keep our attention, and also to be able to, like, convert it to real ass opportunities and real ass shit so fast, you got to give her things. You cannot be no hater ass bitch. You cannot. One thing about me, I'm never going to be no hater ass bitch, because I love to see it. I love to see a black woman doing her thing. I love to see a black woman getting her things. And Reesa fucking Teesa. Reesa I want to see more of it. Girl, keep giving it to us. Keep giving it to us. I cannot wait to see where she goes. I cannot wait to see what she does moving forward. And I'm happy for her. I live for her. I'm very happy. Now, with that concludes our first episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope that, like, it gave, I was a little nervous. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Especially once shit started to really get in the mix of shit, but at the end of the day, a setback is nothing. Okay? A setback is not a no. Okay? It's just a little wait a minute. It's a little buffer. But one thing about the devil cannot stop something that God put together. Let's talk about it. The devil cannot stop something that God made happen. Do you hear me? That God is determined to make happen. One thing about me, I told y'all I'm going to get this shit to y'all. Period. It's going to fucking happen. So please tell me how y'all feel about this episode, your critiques, what you want to talk about, what you don't want to talk about, what you want me to get into, like, just who y'all want to see on here. I'm going to have guests, and I'm going to, bring the girls, only black women only. So please, 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 black women only. That's going to be only the guests on here, only the businesses on here, only the topics on here. That's all we're going to talk about, okay? So if you would like to be a guest, feel free to DM me, holla at your girl. But we are going to get into all those beautiful things, and I can't wait. I'm really going to be consistent with y'all, I promise. I'm really going to do my very best to be here for y'all every single week, even my birthday week. I already have a birthday episode in the brain, and I don't never work on my birthday. So y'all know I love y'all, okay? Because I'm going to be working on my fucking birthday. So Anyhow, this concludes the first episode of Black Girl Banter. I hope that y'all love it. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. And until next week, bitch, stay bad, stay black, and be the baddest you could be, period.